Hello everyone, Sloth from Sloth and Moose. This is a StarCraft 2 commentary in high definition. We're looking good, guys. SixjaxDDE in the bottom left as the blue Terran. And let me turn this down for y'all real quick. I apologize. I know it's got to be way too loud. There we go. But anyway, DDE, a very, very strong Terran player, has started coming into the scene as of late. I started hearing about him pretty big time, probably about a month ago, and been hearing about him ever since. Been watching a lot of his gameplay. Do not really like Terran that much. I don't study Terran near as much as I do Zerg, but obviously a very good player, and not going to be choosing to use that first supply depot to start his block off at the ramp. EGIdra, obviously everyone knows EGIdra. Now gets to practice against Huck, gets to practice against Puma, gets this guy's he's gonna get a lot better. I'm really looking forward to what he can do at MLG Raleigh, which Moose and a couple of my other friends are actually at MLG Raleigh. Well, shout out to them. I hope they're having a good time. And I would have gone, but I had to work, so very, very gay. It does look like EGIdra is going to be going for 15 hatch, so pretty standard. DDE going to have that first barracks at the ramp, just start his wall off. The supply depot, the reason he does this and doesn't like waste the SCV's time to go over here is he can get back on minerals as quickly as possible instead of going over here, set rally back to here, and lose all that mining time from walking all the way to the barracks and all the way back to the minerals. But of course, a wall off pretty darn important, and it does look like we are either going to see a 1 racks into expansion or some 2 racks play. I would like to see 1 racks into Expo, just because it's DDE versus EGIdra, which this is going to be a really good game. I can already tell you. Spawning pool going down for EGIdra. Got that around 15. It looks like 15 or 16 after the hatch. And yeah, just looking like it's going to be a macro game. But actually, yep, there it is. Command Center doesn't even care if EGIdra sees it. First Marine is not even out, and EGIdra gets in there, sees it. I would not be surprised to see EGIdra to go ahead and take this third relatively quickly. Actually going to be seeing a gas from EGIdra now. I guess he wants to get some Ling speed out, get a little bit of map control, and also a gas coming down for SixjaxDDE. I expect Hellion play just because Hellions are so good on the public test realm right now. They did nerf Hellions on the PTR, but we will see if they bring that over into the actual ladder, which I would love to see because I hate Blue Flame Hellions. It's I believe it cuts it down the damage bonus from 10 to 5, so it's going to split that in half, which could really alter the game a lot. And I hope it completely takes Hellions out of the game because Hellions are very, very, very good. Sorry to you Terran players that love your Hellions, but I'm going to be honest, I hate them. 2 Marines moving out, looking like they want to secure this watchtower, save this SCV, and they will be able to kill these 2 Lings. And the Lings are going to run away, EGIdra being the smart player. And we are going to see a factory from SixjaxDDE. Not seeing an add-on from the barracks yet. He might be going straight into a starport. No, we are going to see another racks, but we could see a starport after this factory gets done to see some quick drop pressure. I mean, that's really the only good amount of pressure you're going to be able to put on as a Terran player this early in the game if you do something like a 1 racks into expansion. EGIdra over here, let's look at the units tab. 24 workers to 23 and a mule. So actually been staying pretty close, but then again, EGIdra just made 10 drones, so that's going to go up really quickly. 32 to 23, so there we go. Got a few Lings out, just scouting around the map. We're going to get a bunker up from DDE. I guess he saw these Lings and needs to get that bunker down, but 4 Marines, believe it or not, can rape 6 Zerglings, especially without speed. Pretty much without, yeah, get out of there, EGIdra. Want to see another base from EGIdra, but it does look like he is going to commit to some kind of 2-base play. I base that on the fact that he's already got his 3rd gas, and he'll probably get a 4th one soon. No Evo chamber, maybe going straight into Spire, which is what it looks like, and he's pretty well saturated. I mean, he's actually completely saturated, oversaturated. He could probably use to transfer like 3 or 4 drones from his main down to his natural. There's that 4th gas. There's a spine crawler and a baneling nest. So we are going to see Ling, baneling, muta, very standard against this type of play. And there's 2 Hellions about to pop. No blue flame upgrade on the way. This is just going to be to kill some of these Lings, get a little bit of scouting information, stuff of that sort. Still have no third from EGIdra. I do like the spine crawler. It is going to keep these Hellions out of his base. And it looks like they're going to scout around the map. Make sure that EGIdra hasn't taken that third, and I'm sure he expects it to be there. But he runs up this ramp, and he's like, oh, well, that's good. So, yeah, it does look like a Spire is on the way. He's going to have quite a bit of gas stored up. He's got 400 right now. He's got a while before that Spire right there gets done. He's building quite a few more spine crawlers, and I don't like the fact that EGIdra is staying on 2 base for this long versus SixjaX. It's killing me at the moment, actually. Still no blue flame, just continuing to make some Hellions. Actually, is probably going to switch into really standard Marine Siege Tank. I'm glad he built these spine crawlers now, because these Hellions could do some damage in this drone line. And once that Spire gets out, it's going to allow EGIdra to have some type of map control, especially against these Hellions. And I'm sure he will take his third shortly after getting some Mutala Scout. So really not that much of an army for DDE at the moment. I mean, 5 Marauders, 4 Hellions, and 5 Marines. I mean, then again, EGIdra doesn't have that much either. 13 Lings and 3 Banelings. The Banelings, of course, going to be able to do pretty well if there was some... oh, excuse me, I got a little choked up. If there was a lot of Marines in that sort, he is going to be able to make about 9 mutas pretty much right off the bat. Look at that perfect supply for the mutas. Like, that's beautiful. I like watching. I hate it because I never have enough supply, and EGIdra has, like, he always has an Overlord when he needs it. Maybe not now, though. He's at 90 of 92, and he hasn't made an Overlord. Haha. But DDE, being very smart, I guess he assumed the Spire was here. I do not know if he's seen it. He probably has. Let me see real quick. He has not seen the Spire. So maybe just metagame EGIdra going mutas against Terran. And now he sees the mutas. Has to pull away with those Hellions. Going to get some free Marauder kills, it looks like, right here. Unless there's some Marines close by, and there are not. I'm going to be able to kill these Marauders. Not sure what the Marauders are for on the Watchtower. 4 Marauders just chilling at a Watchtower. I mean, that's a pretty expensive little Watchtower investment right there. Gonna have this Thor in pretty good positioning right here, kind of protecting the front of the natural, as well as the production buildings. And it does look like he's gonna go into 3 factory play. Just ignore these barracks from now on, and just go into extreme mech play. His armory is researching level 1 weapons, which is gonna be good. Would like to see some more Hellions in his composition. I mean, Thors are good, but they're not that good against Ling and Baneling. I mean, they're great against mutas. They're decent against Lings if you have a nice amount of them. And like I said, EGIdra taking his third now that he has this map control with these mutas. This is going to go into a pretty long game. It looks like, well, it appears, and SixjaX already making that third command center. He's going to have a little bit better force to come and hold the center point of the map before he can actually take this third base. Well, he'll probably take it here, make a planetary fortress. That's a very popular base for Terran to take right here. Planetary fortress, you're close to your opponent, you know, stuff like that. 1 volley gets off on these mutas, not going to do that much damage. Hits 3 of them, gets them in the orange. Splash damage, Terran. I mean, every single factory unit. That's pretty awesome. I love it. But, I mean, you know, Terran has their perks, Zerg has their perks. EGIdra doing a great job with these Mutalisks, liking the spine crawler placement, going to allow him to it's kind of a soft protect for all of the bases instead of like one hard one at the top of this ramp. But it allows, I mean, you know, DDE might poke in here, decide, hey, I don't feel like engaging that third base because these spine crawlers are here and I don't want to lose units, just static defense. So EGIdra continuing to make a lot of mutas, 18 already. Infernal Preigniter finally being discovered like it's Age of Empires or something. Finally being researched for the Hellions. little bit of infantry mixed in, but that's from before. Siege mode is going to be on the way. He's going to have one siege tank. Does he have another one rallying? No, just straight mech units. No more siege tanks. Maybe there's not even another one in production. Oh, and IGIdra gets a pretty good angle right here. And oh my god, his mutas, he has to magic box, and he didn't magic box. Oh, he's going to lose a lot of these mutas if he's not careful. He's getting a lot of damage done to him. Needs to get a nice little, okay, that was a perfect magic box. If y'all want to know how to do it, that's how you do it. You go over the unit, press hold position, and you're good. But that did allow SixjaxDDE to take this planetary fortress, and that's what you can do as Terran. You can go lose a, well, let's see what happens here. EGIdra is going to move in, it looks like, for the kill. Ling's going to do a lot of SCV damage. Might kill a couple of these Marines. Oh, got a few. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful Baneling control right there. Killed like 3 Hellions. He could have done a little bit better. Maybe gone after these SCVs or so. But that was a beautiful job on exploding those Banelings onto those Hellions. I would like to see... Well, you can't really do anything to this because it's a freaking planetary fortress. But quite a few more mutas being produced. A lot of them are in the red. He lost quite a few to those Thors in that original battle, but came out ahead. He's not going to be able to engage that. Missile turrets are pretty good, as are planetary fortresses. It looks like EGIdra does want to try and get some of these SCVs with these Banelings here. And at the same time, still producing drones. Let's look at the drone count, 94. So EGIdra could spare to not make any more drones, but he might as well. You know, he's EGIdra. He can do whatever the hell he wants, you know. Few Hellions right here. 4 Hellions can hold off any number of Zerglings, if you didn't know. SCV count is 36, so EGIdra obviously way ahead here. Those Lings got up in the natural and did such a great job killing a bunch of stuff, and yeah, I mean, he is so far behind right now, and EGIdra, his muta count is just out of control. Even with Thors mixed in, I mean, it's pretty out of control. More Hellions just going out. I mean, he's sending... I guess he just wants to micro... Well, here's some more Hellions. He's about to have like 10 Hellions. And again, this center little point right here is protecting all of these bases softly. I mean, Hellions can get by there, but EGIdra, being the boss that he is, has these Naga towers, can react in time with his Lings / mutas, and do whatever the crap he wants. Sixjax. No. Oh, Thor getting a few volleys off there. Get any kills? He did get 1 kill. I don't know if it was right then, but he did. Bunch of Hellions. And these Hellions can kind of turn the tides of the game. Both of these units can. These Hellion / Thor. I mean, it pretty much hard counters EGIdra's build, but EGIdra is just so far ahead right now. Upgrades for EGIdra. 2 attack on his mutas. I would like to see better melee attacks for his Zerglings, because we do have 1/1, and these mutas are gonna have to get the heck out of here. I guess he killed quite a few SCVs right there again. Let's look at the count. 43. I'm not sure what it was before he engaged there, but I'm sure he didn't do bad. Main of Sixjax is actually not mined out yet. Smart players like DDE, I'm sure, they do not use their mules right here. They will use them at their expansions, anywhere that makes it like really even. You know, you want to mine this out the same time you mine this out, if at all possible. I mean, obviously you can't realistically do that, but that's the whole goal, like in transferring drones and stuff like that, is you have a steady income, but the highest steady income that you can possibly have at any given point. And again, EGIdra, I don't see him losing this game. 1 siege tank, a few Thors, and this is kind of what makes me mad against Terran, is like stuff like this. You can just hang out by your planetary fortress. You're pretty darn safe. And macro up another army. I mean, he went out. He's lost 2 pretty big armies this game, and he's still relatively in it. Even though he's behind, he is not completely out of it yet. Units tab, 93 drones. Finally, EGIdra decided to cut drones, and he is maxed out practically, making a couple of infestors just for support, and also getting adrenal glands. So adrenal glands, if you get adrenal glands and your opponent is not on 3/3 on his infantry, I believe that you're screwed. I mean, he's on 0/0 infantry. What is he on his... He's still on 1/1 for his vehicle. Now researching... Wait. No, he's 1 attack on his mech. So he's pretty much screwed in this situation. We got 0-2 for the Lings. EGIdra not getting any more. Well, he is getting level 1. He must only have 1 Evo chambered. Don't know why this one isn't researching anything with this amount of money. I guess he's waiting for the Brood Lords, because he is making a Greater Spire, as well as 2 more bases, it looks like, here, and this one just came up. It does look like DDE is going to try and make one final push here. He is almost maxed out, which, I mean, I don't think he can do enough damage, but if he's going to do it during this game, this would probably be the time. Really close army values, 192 to 184. Tons of spine crawlers for EGIdra. He knew he overmade drones. He is down to 86. And DDE, I guess he felt like he kind of did a little bit. Okay, he was waiting for his siege tanks and the rest of his reinforcements. Going to get completely maxed out, I assume, and then go ahead and move out. EGIdra going over here. Not sure. Okay, there he goes. He pulls in, going to go into the natural, kill a lot more SCVs. There's nothing really here. This is going to be the final push of the game. It has to be, with this much economic damage going down, with how much. Oh, and he doesn't even try. Oh, man, I mean, I don't think he would have won by any means. Look at all these spine crawlers. He's got 19 spine crawlers right here, as well as Brood Lords, Infestors, Mutas. Very good job by EGIdra. I'm not sure where this game is from. If y'all know, then y'all can let me know, because I saw a lot of familiar games like the Huck versus Kiwakaki series. It might be from the